Who's there? What do you want? We're just sitting here, not bothering anybody, so there's no need to bother us. Vran? Ha! I've been wondering how that old harpy's doing. We haven't seen each other in a while. You can go. If you know our sister's name, that means you survived meeting her. That's enough for me to let you pass by.
Don't bother. I'm in no mood to talk.
No one so on me.
This is my lucky day. Your rodents here. You're in for a world of hurt! This is my lucky day. what's left for someone like me.
What are you poking around here for? You're one of them, aren't you? You better sod off, or else.
Calm down, Bryn. No one would be so stupid as to show up here after making such a mess. You'll have to excuse Bryn. None of us are in the best of moods lately. Someone has been sabotaging our equipment for the past few weeks, and it looks like it's a professional job. They seem to know perfectly well how to make life difficult for us. And after what happened last time, my people have had enough. They refuse to work. They don't want to risk their health. Bandits, probably. Or rebels from Kunokt. Although at this point, they're one and the same. The workers refuse to keep working. Not only do they feel threatened, but, well, there's no denying that not everyone from Kunokt is happy about what we're doing here. I can understand them, in a way. We made them destroy their own land.
They should just give up. If they piss Denham off, it's not going to be pretty.
Bryn, calm down, please. Remember why we're doing this. It's for their own good.
And we have our orders, for which we are held accountable. It's us or them.
The bandits used to come at night, destroy our equipment, and then disappear. But last time, they beat one of the guards unconscious. Poor sod was just lying there, like a tenderized steak for the whole night. He lost a lot of blood. And when we finally managed to wake him up...
It turned out that Aedwin wasn't himself anymore. His head was all messed up. Bastards.
Yes, he was delirious. Kept seeing strange things. He thought we wanted to hurt him.
We have to catch those scumbags.
Something needs to be done, that's for sure. But for now, we wait. Denholm doesn't want to give us any more guards. So, if you want to earn some money, we could use your help. One of the workers claims to have seen the direction those thugs ran. They're familiar with the area. They mentioned a cave. I'm not sure if this is a good lead, but it's worth checking out. So, what'll it be? That's good to hear. If you discover anything, come back to me, eh? I'll send someone to Denholm with a report. Good luck.
You look familiar. Yeah, you're Sioran's kid, aren't ya? Yeah, that's it. You look a lot like him. Yeah, sorry about your father, but trust me, those priests mean well. They took him to the island asylum to cure him. He'll return whole and healthy. What are you doing here? Did the Camelotians drag you to work here too? What's the point in working like that? Back in the old days, we respected each other's work. Right, that's me. There's this cave dug out by the Cornac folk about 100 years ago. My old man told me it was meant to be a shelter in times of war or some other disaster. Yeah, I was there a couple of times when I was a kid. They used to be safer back then. Now it's all but abandoned. If you ask me, that's exactly where those thugs who beat up the guard could be hiding. Really? I could have sworn you were his kid. Oh well, my mistake. In that case, good for you. Sioran's a terrible bastard and a swindler. They brought in machines and soldiers to keep order. You must have seen them. I don't know if you've heard, but they're planning to move us to Camelot. They say it has something to do with the men here and the Wyrdness. But I don't buy it. Sounds like utter crap to me. I say they should back off and stop sticking their noses where they don't belong, eh? Or they might smell something their royal noses aren't prepared for. Sure.
Need anything? Sorry, I don't have much time to talk. I have lots of work to do. With all the sabotage lately, we're already behind schedule. I was hoping we'd be getting ready to head out to Borough by now. Now, I'm not even sure it'll happen. Wouldn't surprise me if Camelot just took the men here and left the rest of us behind. Yeah, when Camelot started looking for workers here, I was the first to sign up. And truth be told, there weren't many others. But Sign said I made the right call. Promised she'd help secure a good spot for us in Borough. There's no point staying here. Even if the Wyrdness doesn't come, there's nothing left for us to do. Soon we'll be begging on the streets. This is no place to raise a family. Nah, and a lot of folk aren't too happy with those of us who signed up willingly. If they want to waste their lives here, fine. But that doesn't give them the right to treat us like traitors. Wait, actually, could you do me a favor? It's nothing major. Could you drop by my house and let my wife, Enora, know she'll have to pick up my wages from Sign again? I won't be able to make it on time in the next few days. I'll mark the directions on your map. Thanks for the help.
Oh, hello there.
Still breathing.
Getting restless.
The sun doesn't rise the same anymore.
Nothing ever happens.
It's nice to have a break. Oh, well, that changes things. I still think he shouldn't be writing about something as serious as armor smithing, but if he's just a kid, I guess I can cut him some slack. Does he now? Well, if that's the case, that would explain a lot. I once had an apprentice who also saw the world differently. Never got my jokes, but I liked him a lot. Very focused, talented lad. But the other keepers made fun of him constantly. Morons that they are. And then one day he just vanished. The captain didn't even bother to declare him a deserter. Still, to this day, I wonder what happened to him.
Oh, didn't expect... You'll see the truth.
Not exactly. You've already been to Ron's tavern, so you've seen one. But since we're mates now, I suppose I can tell you about something. Listen closely. A few of us had a little gambling ring. Not to brag, but I was quite good at it. The winnings aren't much use to me anymore, so if you're interested, I'll tell you where I stashed them. Here. Just mind the waves. Ooh, Ern, Armand, and Richt. Haven't seen them in a long while, so I've no clue what they're up to now. But I'd wager they've got their own stashes hidden somewhere too. Cunning bastards. Oh, yes. Great place, great people. And before I became a keeper, let me put it this way. I've done a lot more for a lot less. Here, you can always have a meal and some kind of shelter above your head. And that's something, isn't it? Sure, you can make more gold as a leader, but that comes with much more responsibility, my friend. Safe travels, and don't let the road wear you down.
You are back. Ignatius, Una, these souls have taken their first steps onto the path that leads to the embrace of the bleeding heart of the plague. Soon they will begin their final act. Give it to me. Seal my fate as well. You shall begin your final march toward your destiny. You will witness what was ordained for you long ago, from the moment you first arrived at the island asylum. I can feel it. You were sick. You carried the plague. It was your destiny. Fate, however, steered your path in another direction. For a time. Yet here you are, the lost child, making its way home. Like Una, I shall find silence. I shall finally catch my breath. I cannot wait for that moment. And so, my final act unfolds. Let us close our eyes together.
I'm sorry, Wanderer, but you cannot rest here. Not yet. I sense my brother's soul within you. The pull of his destiny is stronger than any of our desires. I am, well, his half-sister. A very important distinction at court. To Arthur, though, I was always just sister. The one he liked, not only loved. I stood by his side, listened to him, and spoke my mind when he needed it. And when the visions came, I was the only one who understood they weren't just madness. My poor brother. I couldn't bear to see him suffer. There was little I wouldn't do if it meant I could help him. They came with the plague. The land was ravaged by sickness, and Arthur's mind was plagued by waking nightmares. He heard a voice, clear as any other, calling to him, relentlessly, day and night, begging him to return to Avalon. Oh, but how does one return to a place they have never seen before? He'd come to me in the dead of night, afraid he was going mad. But I knew better. I heard it too, though faintly. To me, they were merely echoes of a distant despair. In a way, I think I did, but even now I'm not sure. I followed the visions, though most of the court thought I'd lost my mind, or that I'd secretly caught the Red Death and it had taken over my senses. Sir Estor was one of the very few who believed me, and the only one brave enough to join me on my pilgrimage to a plague-ridden land. The visions showed me a place of beginnings, bathed in creeping scarlet. So, that's where we went. The bleeding heart of the plague. With every step, the voice grew louder. And when I finally saw it, it felt as though it was beating inside my own chest. Each heartbeat was like a knife twisting, a festering wound that could never heal. That's when I understood. The homelands are lost, and Avalon is truly our only salvation. There was something almost human about it, and yet it was so terribly alien. It was like staring at your own reflection in a distorted mirror. Everything seemed familiar, yet profoundly wrong. I've had centuries to reflect on it, and I think I've almost uncovered the truth. A truth that's both simple and devastating. The heart is a grief made manifest. The sorrow of a mother who lost her child. Undoubtedly, yes. These are three aspects that could not exist without one another. There was a heart, struck by immense grief. That grief gave birth to a force as untamable, as relentless as the plague. I believe that there's no cure for such matters, except time. And time is a luxury only we humans have. I don't know. I thought leading Arthur to Avalon would keep us safe. But then it followed us here, too. I'm not sure there's anything we can do to cure a bleeding heart. For a being that exists outside of time, with only a rudimentary grasp of mortality, there's no such thing as an end. I doubt she wants everyone else to suffer with her. She just doesn't know how to stop. I saw that staying meant death for all of us. Nothing in the homelands could stop the plague. And the voice, it kept calling night and day, promising safety on Avalon's shores. Arthur once told me it sometimes felt familiar to him. though he could never say why. Even then, he wasn't sure if he could trust it. But after I returned with Estor, he didn't hesitate anymore. We sailed for Avalon, and the voice led us straight to its shores. You could say that. One way or another, every prophet becomes a captive to their followers. Some chains are just more visible than others. The Red Priests like to call me theirs. So, theirs I must remain. After we left the homelands, people started listening to me. Not just to my brother. It was terrifying, stepping out of his shadow. But I did my best to guide them. You see, no one becomes a prophet on their own. They're made by the people who need someone to follow. I became what they needed. Sometimes a guiding hand, other times a whip over their heads. Keep going. Take it from someone who has lived far too long. Some decisions are out of your hands. You just have to make the best of what's left. You'll do fine. You're in excellent company, after all. And Arthur, I'm sorry I can't stand by your side this time. But know you're always in my heart, brother. This is for both of you. May we all find peace at the end of this path. Please, take care of my brother. Now go. There's nothing more for you here.
My sister. I didn't think I'd ever see her again. She was gone. I've always felt like I failed her. I was her older brother, and it was my responsibility to protect her. And yet, she ended up taking care of me. And she paid dearly for it. I'm still not sure. Kai always stepped into whatever role was needed and made it fit her perfectly. Blind devotion was never something she sought, but if she thought it served a purpose, I know she wouldn't hesitate. I want to see her only as my beloved sister, but that was never all she was. A half-sibling is only halfway to being a bastard, even if acknowledged. Like Morgaine, Kai wasn't well respected at court. But unlike Morgaine, she never met disdain with more disdain. Just pity. The narrow-mindedness of others usually only saddened her. Morgaine was proud, and she wore that pride like spiky armor. She was also stubborn, never able to admit she was wrong. Kai was different. Softer, but not weak. Quietly unyielding, full of unwavering conviction. Sometimes I envied her for that. But most of the time, I was simply grateful. I do I always have. She always stayed calm, no matter what was thrown at her. I don't think I ever saw her hesitate. When she made a decision, she was certain. I miss her presence and her counsel. Maybe things would have turned out differently if she'd been by my side.
Oh, hell, good day.
Hello. I envy you. If I...
Have some spare food or coin?
He's still not... Please...
Back again? Marrow gas shells, and in one piece. Impressive. These will keep our armor strong and our soldiers breathing. Don't expect a parade, but yeah, well done. Now, move along. Wow, look at you. You've done everything I asked. Hunted down Croakmore, collected marrow gas shells, and even more in between. Must have kept you quite busy, right? You know, sometimes I feel a bit odd posting all these tasks. They can seem pointless, running back and forth, fetching this and that. But some people, they just need something to keep their hands busy and their minds off darker thoughts. Keeps them from getting underfoot, or doing something reckless. Good to know you're one of those who can handle it. Keeps things running smoothly around here. So, good job, I suppose. Now don't let it go to your head. There's always more to be done, and I'm sure I'll have another task for you soon enough. You're here.
Really? Well, if this can put Beor back on his feet... Beor, your wound, it changed.
What? What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a girl? She touched me. I came back and dreamt. Then there's only darkness.
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. So, I'm thanking you. Finally, we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. All right, back to work. Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough, but I won't forget what you did for Beor. Tell me, how can old Airfear repay you? It all began innocently enough. Our milksop of a lord, Yvain, decided that we didn't have the right tools to unearth the riches of our land. So he sent messengers to Camelot asking for their men and equipment. It was supposed to make us richer. And it worked. For a while. They came here and resumed mining. Brought gold with them too. So for a while there, we were even happy to see new faces. Then news from Camelot arrived. The Red Death is in Kuanacht. The Wyrdness is getting thicker.
We declare martial law, cut down all the trees and take them in here with us. Everyone goes to Camelot.
Load of bullshit if you ask me.
The Wyrdness has always been here. Kuanacht has been doing just fine without the support of the dog-fuckers of the Round Table. Denholm, the one in charge of their army, came here with the Red Priests. It seems like he's well aware that his orders are stupid, and that people from Kuanacht are smarter than Camelot thinks. And now, Kuanacht is divided. Some want to leave for Camelot. Others can't imagine it. Like me. I just can't stomach leaving the land of my fathers. Camelot says we do. I think we don't, even after the moronic theft of trees. Lord Milksop, of course, doesn't know what to do. If he supports the people, he'll lose his dealings with Camelot. If he leaves for Camelot, he'll become just another arse-kissing sponger princeling no one gives a toss about, and the court is already full of those. Here, at least, he's somebody, or he can become somebody if he makes the right choices. The men here is dying, that's true. More and more weirdness creeps into our homes at night. Soon, the flame will no longer be enough. I don't know what would need to happen for everyone to stay in Kuanacht. The truth is, we can only survive if we keep together, either here or there. His family has a grand past. I have the utmost respect for their legacy. The Tarians made Kuanacht strong. They carried on the legacy of Palamedes, King Arthur's advisor. Our lord, though, don't get me started. Yvain is a coward. He lets Camelot get away with anything. Well, for now. I've heard rumors that he's been trying, in his own pathetic way, to delay making some crucial decisions. Who knows? Perhaps our lordling will finally grow a pair and make use of them for the good of his subjects. Though, if you ask me, the only thing that could save him would be the quest for the Holy Grail. I have my reasons. I don't trust the bastards because they've already been here once. They took a few people for what they called a routine examination, promising that our loved ones would return safe and sound in no time. Ah, damn it all. Would you believe me if I told you that not all of them even had the symptoms of the Red Death? Nobody came back, not a single soul. From that moment on, I've sworn to do everything in my power to make life miserable for those scarlet dogs. I don't really want to talk about it, but look, I had a wife. She was a beautiful woman, and I'm pretty sure that she was with child when they took her away. She would chat with Nianti. She hadn't bled for 3 months, and she would have eaten all the crops from Reese's field if she could. My Katrin. They took her away. She caught a cold, and they put her on a transport to the island asylum. I never saw her again. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to think about it anymore. Let the past stay in the past. You... what? How? How is this possible? I can't believe this. My Katrin, do you still have the letter? Please tell me you didn't throw it away. A boy. My little boy. She mentioned once that she liked the name Llewellyn. It made me laugh. It sounded so poetic, not really fitting for a blacksmith's son. I always wanted a son. Maybe that's why I've grown so fond of Beor. I thank you. I'm guessing the circumstances in which you got this letter must have been difficult. If everyone here were as brave as you, our Kuhnhacht would have a chance to weather the end of the world. Here, take this. I have no use for it anymore. I wanted to bury it with Katrin if I ever found her body. That's all I can do for you, and for her. Why? This letter doesn't change anything. Years ago, I swore I wouldn't utter a single good word about those red vermin, and I'm not going to change my mind on that anytime soon. If anything, it has assured me that I am right.
Still in one piece. Ah, such inconspicuous little things. Did you know that cleansing them in the weirdness-repelling fire reveals their true nature? They may still appear to be mere banalities, and yet they become more. To think, you ventured into the weirdness and returned unscathed. All to retrieve a few items for me, as if it were nothing. Oh, you've become a true marvel. Ah, yes, of course. Now that you've proven the success of what was done to you, some things have become clearer to me. You see, from all the documents I've read and the research notes I've studied, I always believed that the way your treatment was conducted was for the greater good. It was meant to be the key to curing the Red Death. But now, I'm not so sure that the people who orchestrated your stay with us had the same goal in mind. Of sorts. I hope you'll forgive my little ruse, but I needed some answers myself. And you've delivered them in a most satisfactory manner. Not that I expected anything less of you. Those who arranged your escape from the island asylum were also the ones responsible for your capture. Everything that was done to you was at their behest. I don't know much more. They've always been incredibly secretive. Honestly, I was more focused on the results than on who was behind it all. But then they took you away, before anyone could achieve anything meaningful. I don't think so. From everything I've seen, you were just supposed to be ordinary Avalon rabble, but with the potential to become something more. I don't have all the details about your case, especially concerning the Red Death, but something must have been done right, since you're not infected now. Sadly, the research was never completed. Now, I know we've never had that kind of relationship, but would you perhaps be willing to lie down and let me rummage a bit? Well, you can't begrudge me for trying. From what I understand, your natural affinity for the Wyrdness was enhanced. You see, centuries of living on this island have led to more and more people developing a certain tolerance for it. Sometimes that tolerance can evolve into agreeability. It does, however, take time, so you were given a push. As for the exact methods, well, I'll spare you the gory details. Besides, at this point, you know the results better than I do. Speaking of which, would you mind sharing the details of your current state? I can't say I don't understand. I respect your choice, of course. And I sincerely hope you live a long and happy life. But if any accident were to befall you, I would be immensely grateful if you chose to donate your body for further examination. Abhorrent. I was made to believe that by studying the Wyrdness and its application, we might be able to find a cure for the Red Death. We have suffered failure after failure, and now you're telling me it was by design. That curing the plague was never the goal. I am not sure where to go from here. You have indeed given me a lot to think about. You've given me much to ponder. Let's hope your next visit proves equally enlightening.
Who is it? Oh. All right. Come on in. So? So he won't be home for dinner? Again? Or the next few days, I suppose? Oh, bother. Fine. Fine, I'll go. Maybe she's got some news about when we're finally leaving. Thank you for coming. Here. Take this for the road. I just took it fresh from the oven. Not unless you can give our lord a swift kick in the arse. And get him to finally give the order to move. If this drags on any longer, we'll just leave on our own. And hope the road is kind. But thank you for asking. You'd be nervous too. If half of Connacht branded you and your husband as traitors. I wish Quill hadn't been so eager when Camelot was looking for workers. I told him people wouldn't be happy with us. But he just brushed me off. If he had just waited a bit, I could have told everyone. He was forced like the rest. As long as I don't go out too much. I mean, I don't think anyone would actually hurt me. Or at least I hope not, but still, it's hard. Being spat on by people you've known your whole life. I get that they're angry, but Quill and I aren't to blame. We just wanted a better life. That doesn't give them the right to make me afraid. In my own home. They haven't hurt me, no. But they broke our windows. Trampled my flowers. I barely leave the house anymore. Because I'm scared of what I'll come back to. We haven't done anything to them. We don't deserve this. I've kept you long enough. Safe travels. Just passing through? Good.
Yes? You managed to defeat Sindamar the Firebringer. Congratulations. Long ago, when Sindamar wasn't Sindamar and wasn't bringing anything, he was just a common townsman, deeply devoted to the All-Mother. At least, that's what everyone thought. Secretly, he was studying forbidden fire-summoning magic. Eventually, he stopped hiding it. You can imagine the havoc. Personally, I'd take 100 Furkits over one Sindamar any day. It's a good thing you managed to stop him.
I'll await you. Oh? You managed to extract coherent information from that druid who insists he isn't a druid? Remarkable. In any case, this truly is good news, especially for us. A ritual that works on one menhir should work on all of them. You must bring the tablets to me, not to him. We'll use them in Camelot for many menhirs, ensuring the safety of nearly the whole population of Avalon. If you give them to Maggot, only Connacht would benefit. Do you really want to doom all of Avalon for the sake of one small town? I'll await your return.
I talked to Gil. He told me he killed Grandad. He swears it was an accident. Can you believe that? My little brother saved my life. Gil came into the house just after Grandad had beaten me unconscious. He told me the old man wouldn't stop, even though I was out cold. So, my little brother grabbed an iron pot and gave the bastard a whack over the head. Poor kid panicked afterward and ended up dropping Grandad into the well. Serves the old codger right. I just wish Gil hadn't felt the need to keep it to himself all these years. No, we talked about it, and the only thing keeping him here was Gil. But I promised to back down a bit, let him do his own thing. He's gone to talk to Yvain's master of horses about taking him as an apprentice. I'll miss him, but I guess it'll do us both good. Not much. Grandad beat me until I passed out. It was probably the closest he came to killing me. When I woke up, I was in pain. Grandad was gone, and Gil just patched me up and then acted like nothing had happened. We never said a word about it. I guess we both wanted to forget, just for different reasons. Thank you for what you've done for us. May the All-Mother bless you.
Have a nice day.